All right. Not sure how to rotate the camera around. Trying to see if it's going to automatically do itself. Guess it doesn't want to do it that way, so I guess I'll fix it this way. All right. Good morning to some. And maybe good evening to some. 5 a.m. in the morning. Here I am back on the keyboard. It's the Yamaha NP12. Battery operated. So I'll go through the features real quick. 61 keys. Underneath the keyboard, they have these little screws on here for you to put it on a keyboard stand or something like that. Underneath here we have is battery operated, the AA batteries. 6. What else? And kind of line on the side here. I guess I'll start down here. We have the sustain pedal. We have also a host for USB. All right, like a USB host. And over here is the input for headphones and or if you want to hook up to a PA system or something like that. And also is an adapter too as well to plug it into the wall if you don't want to use your battery. And then we flip it back and we have a speaker here left to right. So it's 5 a.m. in the morning. So what my plan is, or has been, since I'm feeling just a little better, I'm getting better over time, is I'll get on the keyboard here at my bedside. I have my other keyboard in my music room, which is next door, as well as the organ. And then I'll get up and go over there. I'm feeling fine enough to go over there and practice. They have a volume dial down here, power, press down on the button. I should have sound. Next to it is a demos. That's whatever demo sounds they have. And this keyboard next to it is a methadone. And then we have piano 1, 2. I press down on the button. That's piano 1. That's piano 2. Next button over at AP1. Oh, there it is. EP1, I mean. Press down on the button again. EP2. Organ 1, I don't like it. Organ 2, I don't care for it. Strings 1, first 1 string. By Heart 1 and Heart 2. Alright, and then there's a button that you press if I want to record myself playing something, and then a play button. And then I just shut it off. And that's pretty much it. So Yamaha N as in Nancy, P as in Paul, 12. I got this at Guitar Center some time ago. I have not found the transpose button on here. So like I said, this forces me to have to manually practice in 12 keys. And what helps out is learning the number system. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this forces me to have to transpose. Right? This forces me to have to physically, or some people might say manually, transpose. And it just don't take that long to transpose, y'all. There it goes. It doesn't take long to transpose, and if you make a mistake, just correct it. That's all. Yeah, just a little bit of concentration, and you have it up. Just remember, it's not about how fast you can do it, just how accurately that you can learn each note per key. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C. I'm repeating some notes that I had already played previously on D flat and D. I repeated notes again. D, E, I repeated notes again. This time F sharp, G, repeated a note. Right, A, B, C sharp, repeating notes that I had already said earlier, but I'm just doing it in a different key. Then we go to E flat. Repeat notes I had already said earlier. E flat, F, I already said that. G, I already said that. A flat, I said that earlier. B flat, I said that earlier. Just in another key. C again, D again, E flat again. I said that already. Right? In key of E now. I said that E earlier. Y'all heard me say it. This is F sharp. Now this is a new note, G sharp, but it was A flat. Which you go in my previous videos, you'll see that I'll let you guys know that there's sharps, flats, and naturals. Okay. All right. C, G sharp, A. I said that earlier. B. I said that. C sharp. E flat is now D sharp now. All right. So I'm just repeating the notes over again. All right. Ooh, excuse me, it's 5 in the morning, y'all. F, I already said that earlier, another key now. G, I said that earlier. A, I said that earlier. B flat, I mentioned that earlier. I'm in the F scale now. C, I mentioned that earlier. D, I mentioned this earlier. E, I mentioned that earlier. And back to F. Oh, I'm repeating notes again, but in a different scale. Oh, F sharp. This time I go F sharp. Y'all heard me say G sharp earlier. New note. A sharp, but it's also B flat. As I said, go back to my previous videos, and then you'll see that I'm mentioning that the black notes are sharing flats and sharps. Okay, where am I at? B natural. I said that earlier. All right. C sharp, D sharp. Technically E sharp, but it's F. But if I go back, I could say G flat. A flat, remember I said this earlier. B flat, C flat, right, that's another note, name. D flat, okay, E flat, F, and G flat. Next key is G. I've already finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keys. I'm on the 8th key now. G, I mentioned that earlier. A, I mentioned that earlier. B, I mentioned that earlier. C, I mentioned that earlier. Several times actually, a few times earlier. There's that D again. There's that E again, and F sharp. Y'all heard me mentioning that a few times in another key. Come back to G. A flat. B flat. I said those two notes earlier. There's that C again. Man, there's that D flat again. There's that E flat again. There's that F again. There's that G again. And back to A flat. Here we go to A. I said that earlier. B, I said that earlier. C sharp, I said that earlier. D, I said that earlier. E, I said it earlier. F sharp, right? G sharp, I said that a little earlier. And back to A. What? Next key is B flat. I said that earlier. There's that C again. There's that D again. There's that E flat again. There's that F again. There's that G again. There's that A again. And back to B flat. Next key is B. Last key. There's that B again. There's that C sharp again. There's that D sharp I said earlier. There's that E again. F sharp again. G sharp again. A sharp again. And back to the B again. And then we're back to the C all over again. So it all repeats over and over and over, but we just doing it in 12 different keys. But yes, you're going to keep hearing those same notes from one key to the other. All right. So that means, all right. That means potentially the chords that you come up with, which is C, and remember that scale C? You remember that, right? Okay, so now I got a C chord, C, E, and G. Do your inversion. E, G, and C. We just do an inversion. We had the root position, now we have the first inversion. And then now we'll go to a second inversion. C, E, and G. Alright? And guess what? When I go up to the next key, I might repeat some of the same notes again. This time it's D flat. Oh, there's that F again. Now we have A flat. We'll remember those notes because we're going to repeat them again. Alright, so now we're going to do inversion of that. We're going to have A, F, now A flat, and D flat. Okay. Remember, the black notes share two different keys. Right? So it could be C sharp, F natural, or E sharp, but we're going to call it F natural for now. And G sharp, if we use the word C sharp. I know, okay, now I know y'all catch that already. So let's go back to our same situation. What we had in C scale, we had the C is the 1, the 3 is E, and the 5 is G, right? 1 is going to go to the top now. Same note, C, just an octave higher. So now we have the 3 on the bottom, which is E. G is in the middle, and our 1 is at the top now. And we call it a 3, 5, 1. Now we're talking number system and our scale notes. Scales notes. So now I'm going to move the third 3 at the top. And now my bottom is going to be the 5, G, the 1, C, and E at the top. 5, 1, 3. So our number system starts out now, in this case, 1, 3, and 5, 3, 5, and 1, and 5, 1, and 3. 5, 1, 3. The same scenario is going to happen when we transpose up. D flat, F, A flat, D flat, F, A flat, or C sharp, E sharp technically, and G sharp technically. Same scenario, 1, 3, 5, root position. We call it triads. You might hear people say, learn your triads. Learn your chords and do them in inversions, right? And that's what we're doing now. So same scenario, my 1 go to the top, C sharp or D flat note. On the bottom we have either an F or E sharp. And remember, depending on the key signature, we're calling it. Alright, at any rate, we have a 3, 5, 1. Same kind of scenario. Look, my thumb is already there for the next move. So now we have a 5, 1, 3. A flat, D flat, and F. Or if C sharp, it will be G sharp, C sharp, technically E sharp, technically. And we're doing root position, first inversion, second inversion. That's what the triads are all about, right? Now we go to the next key up, D. Remember I played these notes earlier. Now we're in the key of D, we go to D, and we should know our scale there. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Just like the C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. D flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So now we're in D scale. We have the 1, 2. D is the 1. E 2. F sharp 3. G 4. A 5. B 6. Number 7 is C sharp. Back to the 1, or we might call it 8. D for D. octave higher. D is on the bottom of the 1, and now it becomes number 8 because now we're going to talk about continuation of the number system. So we do that, then you already know your D is the 1, is now the 8. You know your E is the 2, but it's now the 9. It's the same thing in the C scale. Alright, we have the 1 in C, 8, C an octave higher. D, alright, 2. D, 2 at the top is now what? 8, 9. Alright, y'all get the point. Now, once you get the concept of the madness, then you pretty much will ace this like it's nothing. Like it's a no big deal here. My C is a 3. Octave higher 3 is now what number? 8, 9, 10. It's a no-brainer at this point. My F on the bottom is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now at the top in the right hand, right? Number continuation, 8, 9. I'm sorry, 8, 9, 10, 11 now. So my F is now the 11 because we're doing continuation. I don't need to do any more after this because now you sure already got it. By now, you know your 5 is 12, you know your 6 is 13 because 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A is 13. And B is 7, and then you already know 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, your B is 14. And then we go back to the 1. It ain't gonna be no 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, who does that, right? All right. So now once you learn that concept, you can do it in the next key and duplicate the same thing. See, D flat is the 1 at the top is the 8. E is the 2. E flat is on the bottom is the 2. My thumb is on the 9. 8, 9. It's like it literally almost saying it almost 8, 9. 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, basically, right? And then the rest is history. 3 and C sharp and D flat. And it's, right, now 10. My 4 is now 11. My 5 is 12. My 6 is 13. My 7 is 14. And then you're back to the 1. And everything duplicates the same way. Alright, and the next key up. E flat, the same thing. And I'm duplicating the same notes over again. That means that if I'm putting chords, and right, I'm building chords. That means there's a possibility when I'm building chord progressions. All right, building chord progressions, I can potentially use some of the same chords from one key to the other. What? Yes. And remember, wherever there's a major move, there is a minor move. Half step back your third. So let's go to the C major chord. C, remember that 1, 3, and 5. And all I have to do is flat the third. Flat the third. And wherever there's a major chord, there's a minor chord. Wherever there's a major chord, I have to step up my third to the right. I have a sus2. So wherever there's a major chord, there's a minor chord. Wherever there's a major chord, there's a sus4 chord. That note is 1, 4 now, and 5. Remember, I'm holding on to the 1 and the 5. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. So wherever there's a major chord, 1, 3, 5, there's a minor chord. Flat the third. Flat 3. And it's a C minor move. Go back to the major chord again. Wherever there's a major chord, there is not only just a minor chord, but there is a sus4 chord. So let's go half step over to the right. And we have a sus4 chord. C sus4. C major, C minor, C sus4 now. Let's go back to that major chord again. That 1, that 3, that 5. We're now building chords on the 1. Yeah, that's right. On the 1 right now. Major move, minor move. Alright, sus4 move. Let's go back to that major move. We got a 1 chord major. We got the 2nd chord minor. And we have the 3rd chord sus4. Let's go back to the major chord again. Let's do another build on another chord. We have the 1, 3, 5. Let's go whole step back the 3rd. Whole step back, flat the 3rd, remember? And one more, and then we're gonna go to the 2nd. So now we have another chord, which is a sus2 chord. We call that the 1, the 2, and the 5. Listen, I'm still holding on to the 5. So wherever there's a major chord, there's a minor chord. Flat third. Wherever there's a major chord, there is a sus4 chord. Wherever there's a major chord, there is a sus2 chord. So now I'm gonna build 1 chord major move, 2 the minor move, 2 the sus4 move, 2 the sus2 chord. If I wanted to build that musically, I would have went. Okay, let me steal my note on my song here. Backwards. Backwards. Minor move, major, sus4. Let's come back to way. Same way I started out. Now I'm going sus4 to the major, to the minor, to the sus2. And I'm being musical with it now because now I have already built a chord. That's it. Hold on. Does that do it? Hold on. So I can go to sus2 now, to the minor move, to the major move, to the sus4. Or whichever chord I choose now, I can go sus4. Then I can go to major, minor move, and then to sus2. Alright, y'all get the point now. So everything you building off your major move, I have the major move. Let's go back to my left hand so I don't try to get away. Major move, flat the third, go back to the major move again. Let's go to the 4 now. So now I go to the 4, which is my sus4, major move. Let's go to the second, which is the sus2 chord. And back to the major move. Alright. So now what else could I build? Major move, minor, sus2, 4, and sus2. Now let's go to the major move again. Flat third, flat 5. Let's add the 6. And now I have a C diminished 7 chord. So once again, major move to the minor move, to the sus4 move, to the sus2 chord, to the diminished move. Right? And I'm practicing with the left hand because I want the left hand to be as equal as the right hand. Good luck to me on that. But you know, I try to make it musically. Sus2, minor, diminish. See, I changed the order, and then sus4. Because that sounded kind of like, you know, okay, maybe I might have started from that angle. 1, 2, and 4. To the 1, flat third to the 5. To the 1, flat third, flat 5 to the 6. And then 1, 4, and 5. So I said, You know what I'm saying? Major move. Okay. So I started with sus2. I skipped the major move on purpose. Because now I'm thinking, minor move. Because my finger's already on the 3rd, flat the 5, add the 7. And then since my finger's closest to the, either way, both the major move and or the sus4 chord, I might as well just go ahead and go to the sus4. And then close that out on the major move. I should have went 4, 3, 2, 3. Like, see, I had to be musical with it mentally in my mind. How did that go sound? So I'm making that musically, right? You know. So yeah. So just try to make that music. All right, so we build the major move. With the left hand, the minor. All this is built off your major chord. sus4, sus2. I'm doing this all on the 1. Right, all on the 1 for now. And diminished move. All right, so I have 1 chord, 2nd chord, 3rd chord, 4th chord, 5th chord. All right. 5 chords are built that just that quick. 4 or 5 chords already. Just on the 1. So just kind of imagine me doing this in all 12 keys. It's going to give me the ideas of types of chords that I'm going to hear my fellow brethrens and sisters out there doing, whether they're doing it in the left hand or whether they're doing them in the right hand. Right? This is allowing my left hand to be exercising that left hand. Exercising that left hand, and I'm trying to get it as equal as the right hand. Good luck to that. But at least that I know I can play chords in my left hand. At least I know I can play chords in my left hand. All right, no excuses, man. And the reason why that's happening is because I'm putting a little time into it. sus4, major, minor, sus2, diminish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let me build another chord. So what else can I think of? What else can I play? Alright, so now I can go, well, let's go C major again. And let's add the 7. So I have the 1, 3, 5, and 7. C, E, G, and D. Alright, cool. To be musical with it, you know, still the same scenario. My major move to the minor move. flat 3. I'm gonna go down to the 2, to the 4, right, diminish 7, and then we're gonna go into major 7. So I can switch that all up. Right? It'd be musical with that. Right? Major 7, C major 7, C diminished 7, C sus4, major move to the minor move, and then to the sus2 move. So you could be musical with that, even though on the 1. Alright, so now I'm gonna build me major 7 chord to a diminished 7 chord, to the sus4 chord, to the sus2 chord, and then to the C minor chord. And I can keep building chords because I understand the number and of course the notes. Now, what if I want to sharp the 5? Sharp the 5. Just half step up to my right, and that's gonna sharp my 5. I got a C major 7 sharp 5. What? So I done went from major move, building them off the major chord. And you do this at all 12 keys and pick another key and do the same scenario. You'll be able to have these chords underneath your fingertips in no time, as they say. So 1, 3, 5. Now every chord that I will build, I'm making sure I'm gonna do my inversion, because that's gonna be your friend later. So I did the major move. Let's do the minor move the same way. 1 flat 3 5, flat 3 5 1, 5 1 flat 3 C minor chord. Do an inversion of the major move. First inversion, second inversion. Root position, root position. First inversion, second inversion. Let's go to that second chord, which is the C minor move. C flat 1, flat 3, 5. As root position. First inversion, second inversion. Okay. Everything you do is about practice, mistakes and all. We have a sus4. You can do it in a version of that by moving the 1 note. That's the 4, that's the 5, and put it here. This just makes me play an F sus2 now. Uh-oh. And then if I want to move the bottom note, which is my 4, that's my 5 technically, that's my 1 in the C sus4 movement. But however, this turns into an F sus2, so now it becomes my 1 in F in the key of F. So that becomes my 1 now, and that becomes my 2, which is G, and my 5 at the top. Now, if I wanted it to, y'all, I could have just easily just go ahead and transpose every chord that I had just mentioned, right? I could have just simply just transposed the minor move, C minor move, to D flat minor move, or C sharp minor move, to D minor move, to E flat minor move, to E minor move, the F minor move, F sharp and G flat minor move. I could have just did it that way chromatically in all 12 keys, but I'm choosing to lock these chords in as I go and by doing my inversions, right? So what it end up happening is I'm actually going to learn more chords faster or slower by doing it in this fashionable way, because I'm just trying to figure out how many chords can I put on that 1, which is the C in the C scale. So C major, C minor, C major to the sus2, C major to the sus4, C major to, what's the next move? Diminished 7, C major to major 7, C major to the, C major 7 to the sharp 5. Right. This is all I'm doing is in my left hand. Of course, there's many more chords to do, or be creative to come up with. So now let's say I can go C major, remember that 7 there, and let me flat to 7. Now I have a C7 chord. My brain would have said C major flat to 7, but they call it a C7, or they also call it a dominant chord. But every chord that I try to do, I try to get my inversions knocked up. That's my plan. Minor move inversion, sus2 chord, and I would take my 1 note, bring it to the top, and that makes me play a D7 sus4 chord. Right? If I bring the D to the top, that makes me play a G sus4. So that means I end up having to say, okay, I'm doing inversions, but yet it's taking me to another key. So if I go back to the C major chord and go to the sus4 chord, as I mentioned earlier, which was the 1, the 4, the 5, and I do an inversion of that, I'm just bringing my 1 to the top. I may call this still a 4, 5, 1. However, because the F is on the bottom, it takes me to another scale, to the F scale. Takes me to the F scale technically. But let's just say I'm working with the C movement, right? So yes, my 1 would go to the top, and I would have the 4, the 5, and the 1. But technically, I'm in another key, F, because the F is on the bottom. So let's just keep it at that. Let's say we still in C. So I have my 1, my 4, my 5, and the 1. Okay. What if I take my 4 and bring it here? I'm doing an octave higher, and then I have a 5, 1, 4. Technically, but as I said earlier, technically, again, I was in the F scale at this point because of the F, G, and C becomes now number 1, number 2, and number 5. Now, if I told you if I was going to transpose that, I could have just simply transposed the 1 in C, the 2 in C, and the 5, which is C, D, and G, and transpose to get to that F sus4. And if you listen to it, I'm already there. All I have to do is just transpose either up or down. I'm just going to be an octave higher. And I could have written reverse to do it. To get down, to it. So the F sus2 chord. And that will still be my 1, my 2, and my 5 in the F scale. But because of me doing what we call inversions, my number system will slightly change. 1, C, 4 is F, and G is 5. 1, 4, and 5. F sus2, 4, F, C sus4. Then I took my 1, put it here, and now I have an F sus2. Right? 1, 4, and 5. I'm sorry, 4, 5, and 1 technically in the C scale movement. But again, that puts me in the F scale now at this point. But technically, in the C scale, it's my 4, my 5, and 1. And if I move the F again, as I said on the bottom, which is technically my 4 to the top, right? Then I'm thinking of the C scales for now. And then I have the 5, and then I have the 1, and then I have the 4. Now, technically, this chord is called a G7 sus4 chord. Technically. But because I'm talking about inversions, now if I move my 5 up here to the top, it's just an octave higher, I'm back where I was at. The C sus4 chord. 1, 4, 5. Now y'all see how this connects when you're messing with the sus4 chord, the sus2 chord. You can change that up and switch that up to a C. Okay, so C sus2, C sus4, remember? All right, so we can go C sus4 to a G sus4. So we can do the C sus4, which is, now if I get out of the system, the number system per se, and stop tripping off of that for just a minute, I realize I can go from C sus4, 1, 4, 5, 1. That I can go to a technically 4, 5, 4, 5, and 1. Which puts me on the F sus2. Then I know I can move my 4 to the top. And I have 5, 1, 4. It's almost like I said 5, 1, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4. Technically. Right. And then I can take you to the C sus2, which is 1, 4, and 5. Let's just take the 5 and drop it to the bottom. And I have a G sus4. What? And technically, I would have said 5, 1, 2. But technically in the G scale it is 1, 5, 4. Oh. And if I took the top note here, my D, put it on the bottom, now I would have said, if I'm thinking of G scale, then I would have said 5, 1, 4. That's if I'm not tripping off the number system. I'm just tripping off of, wow, these notes is D, C, D, and G. Oh, wow. I can take the top note G and just put it here, and I have a G sus4. C sus2, G sus4. Switch over and go to C sus4 and go to F sus2. And it's secret sauce. Oh, and I forgot about the C sus2 chord and the G sus4 chord. I think I didn't forget. And it's 7 sus4 chord. So I got 2 of those I can mess with. D7 sus4, G7 sus4. So that means that I can go from this key of C to F. And that's the fourth of F. What's the fourth of C? It's F. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. Yeah. And I also can mess with the 5, the fifth of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G. Remember, I had already just did it, the G sus4, y'all. Oh. And then I can go to the 4. So that can allow me to play the G sus4, the C sus2, the C sus4, and the F sus2. And then mess around with both their secret sauce chord, G sus 7 sus4, and D 7 sus4. So I got all these chords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All from me messing with the C scale. also be messing with the F scale. And I can be musical with it because now I can go to the F sus2. So let's do that again. C sus4, 2. And then I can go to the F sus2 chord. Did y'all notice that? Let's go back to the C sus2. I want E. Basically, I'm just doing 1 in C, 5, 1, 3, 2. When I did the C sus2 chord, and then F sus2 again, and F sus2 chord. I mean F sus2, yeah. That time I went to 1, 5, 1, 2, 1. So you see. So that's just me now understanding 1, 2, and 5 technically. Technically F sus chord, 1, 2, and 5 chord here. But my brain could be going between the C scale and the F scale. But right now I'm focusing on the C scale, but y'all get the point now. Let's switch up and go to the G sus4. And let's switch up and go to the C sus4. Alright, so I can mess with the C sus4, the G sus4, the C sus2, the F sus2, and then I can mess with their secret sauce chord. Now was from the C sus4 and the F sus2 and messing with the 7 sus4 chord and messing with it. And I can switch up the sound because I can hear that in my mind like, oh, C sus2, 3, 2, 1. And then if I go to the G sus4, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1. Oh, back to the sus2 again. C sus2. G sus4. I just go higher note. Oh, let's go to the C sus4 chord. Remember, because it's sus4. C sus4 and F sus2 are together. That's all I'm trying to get y'all to see. In my C sus2 and my G sus4, they both go together. That's why you get this musical sound here. Or is it? That's better. And then the other one. That's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. But it can be done. Because once you learn the concept behind the madness, I can go and do other secret sauce chords. And be musical with it as well, you know. So it doesn't mean that I have to keep on doing this. You said how to do that transpose. I got there right on time. So I'm like, oh. That time I'm going major. sus4, C sus4, F sus2, they both work together. Go to major move. Now go to sus4. Back to the major move. You know what I'm saying? Then I go to major, right? And now it'll be an interesting thing to go to the minor move. It'll be interesting. It won't be interesting anymore because I can go to sus2, sus4, you know, and switch that off because they're all blending together. Now if I go to something crazy like A flat, there's that sus chord again. There's the sus4 chord and the secret sauce chord. Ooh, y'all hear that? Ooh. Yeah. And I can use the same chords because why? In A flat, there are some of the notes in the C scale that I can use from that key as well, which would be the 3 and the 6. And guess what? The 7. What is that? That's crazy. In A flat, I can use the 3. Alright? The 6 is the sus2 chord. And the G, the 7 chord, the 7 note in A flat. And that's why that blend. C sus2, watch this, to the G, to the F sus4. So I can go to C sus2, I can go to G sus4, I can go to C sus4, and I can go to F sus2, and of course the secret sauce to both of those. Because it's right there in that move. Alright, it's right there in that move. What? My battery going dead already? Oh, okay. Guess I gotta get a new battery. That's why those chords blend like that. Even chords that I listen to other musicians, I'm gonna call no names, but A flat is related to that C minor. C minor is related to E flat. And some of these notes are same notes that's in the C scale. What? So A flat has the C, and also has the F and the G. It's a sus4 chord or an F sus2 chord. What? C sus4 2 and also the G sus4 and its secret sauce too. What? That's why they blend like that. So I have an A flat that's related to C minor. C minor related to E flat. E flat related to G minor. But remember that in the G scale, we have some of the same notes that also in the C scale, as well as the F scale, and the G scale. Same notes. We would have maybe one note out of that whole mix in all 3 of those keys that I mentioned. And then we have E flat. And have some of the same notes too. A few notes actually, matter of fact. F and C and D. And what does that spell? What? Yeah, so that's why when they also let me get you the last chord of G minor, and then we have B flat. Shares up the same notes. Think about it in the scale. B flat, C, D, this is E flat, There's F, there's G, and there's A. In the C scale, we have C, D, F, G, and A. Oh, wow. So then you start realizing some chords that you're already familiar with. When you do get familiar with from a beginning musician, you know that you can use some of the chords from one key to the other. And because you're duplicating some of the same chord. It's G, F, D, E flat, F, G, A. I'm messing with it. And F, G, A, D. Oh man, I gotta change my battery already. And A. And that's in the C set, the C scale, F scale, and a G scale. What? F, G, A, D. And that's in the C scale. F, G, A, D. What? Yeah. Now I like to do this little exercise too sometimes, you know. A flat, B flat, 2. See, I'm pretty sure you guys heard some musical stuff being done. A flat to B flat. I'm just doing the versions of my major move. Trying to find a little melody line to go. So now I can use that sus4, sus2 moves, sus4, F sus2 move to the major move, and I can be musical with it, you know. Sus4, or sus2, F sus2, sus4. You see? 1, 2, and 3 is in the C scale. 1, 3, 5, 1. So in A flat, I have the 1, the 5. I'm sorry, 1, 3, and the 5. And in the right hand, I'm playing double up, the same chord. Now I can play around with this and be musical with it too. Instead of me playing A flat double up, I can go A flat in one hand and B flat in the other, and play around with it. Because A flat and B flat have some of the same notes. My battery going dead already. That's in 5. Well, I thought I just put new batteries in here. Well, actually, that was the last week ago, I guess. To A flat to the B flat, and then to C major. This will also allow you to be able to play all your chords, major chords. And remember, you can do inversions. And my whole point, I was trying to do this. B flat. And the C. That allows you to be able to play your major chords inversions, you know, whether you want to go up or down with it. Second inversion, first inversion, root, second inversion, first inversion, and root. Now we're going to B flat and do the same thing. Second inversion, first inversion, root, second inversion, and so forth, right? And then C. Allows you to practice your chords, and right, And those 3-chord progressions. Now could be flavorful. That could be musical with it. I can use the sus4 as I did in the previous key down here. And I can go from A flat to E flat. E flat sus4, A flat sus2, remember the secret sauce? And play around with it. The 7 sus4. So yeah, or do the flickering with the finger. Shop on it. Or how do I want to play that, you know? Musical. And then go to C. My battery's going bad. What? Can't believe it's going bad. Alright, and then change the key and go to B flat. I just played that chord already. Go to C again. I told you you're gonna be repeating stuff. And to D. To B flat. Right, to C. Being flavorful with the fingering. And then to D. Alright, next key up. From B flat, we go to B. B. Alright, C sharp. Next key. I played these chords earlier. And then last key, E flat. 3-chord progression. Next key, moving up, we go now to C. Remember I played that earlier. Right? I should know my inversion. To D. Right? I know my inversion, my D. And then E. Whichever direction you want to go with it. Alright. Next key, D flat to C sharp. I just played that already. C sharp to E flat. I had just played that a minute ago. And then to F. Battery going dead again. I can't believe it's actually done. Wow, it lasted pretty long. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, D flat, E flat, to F. And y'all make it simple and easy. Now we got D again, E, and then F. I just literally played this chord already. Hold on, I'm sorry, F sharp. Let me say D, E, F sharp. My bad. All right, and then now we move up to E flat, to F, to G. So this nice little exercise that you can do in all 12 keys. It just help you cover all 12 keys. And you can do the minor move and different other triads as well the same way. Alright y'all, so I just want to come on here and give you some ideas that you can use to practice with and keep your practice moving, because if you don't start, then it won't be nothing. Yesterday I did the 5, 6, 1. Right? So 5. So I usually try to get my left hand going. You know, 5, 6, 5, 1. Exercising C scale. So I'm using my 5, 6, 5, 1. Or I can 5, 6, 5 chord on the 1. Now, in the beginning, I'm just doing it with single notes. Right? Because, you know, church sometimes, you know, the preacher be going, and God said, let it be light. And then I chord. And it was like, say yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. Forgot my chord. I forgot what key I was in. On the 1. That was an accident, but anyway. So 5, 6, 5 on purpose. I'm intentionally trying to do this. Now I didn't need to do those extra movements that I was doing, but just to kind of give you an idea. 5, 6, 5, 1 in the left hand. Transpose up. 5, 6, 5, 1. 5. Better going bed again. 5, 6, 5, 1. And the next key up, D now. 5, 6, 5, 1. Right. And I go back to C. You see, I was telling myself, let's go back to C again. Right. D flat up. D flat up, you know. So now my confidence is there. Oh, and I feel comfortable. Can I get it with it? Can I get it with it? D. If I'm unsure with myself, then I'll slow it down. Figure out what finger I want to use. But if you need to exercise the left hand, that's cool. So you can get familiar with what finger you want to use. Whichever is comfortable. E flat now. Right? And intentionally, I'm trying to figure out what finger I need to use. My right hand, no big deal. It's the left hand. It's like, yo, oh, this is weird. Alright, losing some charge here. Right? Intentionally. Right? 5, 6, 5, 1 and C. Transpose up. Transpose. Transpose. Oh, that felt funny. And switch the finger. Right? So all I'm just duplicating is the 5, 6, 5, 1, 5, 6, 5, 1. Now my fingers start to get familiar with it because the more I do this, the finger will be like auto mode. The finger will be auto mode. And try to do as many keys as possible. So far, I got all the way up to the key of, I don't know what I got, up F. All right, so I got up to F. Now let's go to G flat. Right, keep practicing all 12 keys. And I just kind of do a recital. Then that's gonna make my movement faster, or maybe more or less accurate. Ooh, Lord. And I'm on the next key I just stopped off at. Oh, so let's go to G. 5, 1, okay. So muscle memories kick in. You see what I'm saying? The finger's gonna start remembering. And that's the key of G. Now let's do it in A flat. Okay? Try to get the finger. Get the finger in except. Okay, start over from the top again. Muscle memory kicking in, right? And when you're doing this intentionally, mistakes and all if necessary. G, A flat now. Ooh, watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and go to A. Ooh. Okay, he's showing off now. I'm showing off. Just go ahead and hit B flat, and then go to B now. See, now I'm on my way. And guess where I'm back at? C. What? All right, and you know we can start it down here too. For the left hand, the bass line. And now your right hand is gonna fall suit to it. And it does not matter where it's gonna be because now my left hand, even though I started it here, up a little higher on the board, now my hands has now gotten used to it. My hands auto now. It's gonna be auto now. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Now muscle memory has kicked in. Right? And the funniest thing is I can tell where the shape is gonna be at now. Right? I can tell where the shape is gonna be at. I can feel where the shape is now. And then back where I was started at the beginning. Okay, so now that I got the left hand, then I'll put both hands together and try to deal with the madness, if you will. Right, and this is challenging because you know the brain is like, whoa, this hand is doing it, this left hand is doing it, right hand is doing it. You know, the right hand is doing it. My battery's going. Right, you know. But most of this is by sight. Muscle memory. Muscle memory. Right? Because now the hands are starting to get familiar with the move. Right? You know, so it's not hard to do, y'all. It's just, you know, the thing is just getting to it. I forgot what key I was in. D flat. And then I'm back where I was at. All right. So that's how you would do that. If I say I'm C, D flat. Right. All right. D, E flat. Right. Right. F, E. You know, F. And what's helping me out is I'm looking at the notes. C, D flat. All right, and in my right hand, D. That helps my finger to know where I need to fall to. All right, the chromatic scale. So no matter even if I'm hitting this note here, my brain is saying, "Oh, you better hit that C, Doc." The next move is C sharp and D flat. The next note is D, so you better hit that D. Oh, my next note is E flat. Oh, my brain is saying, you better make sure you hit that E, Doc. Oh, my battery's going dead again. Right? F is coming up. Oh, F sharp and G flat. Oh, G. Just, as long as I know I gotta go to the next note, A flat. Oh, now you see, now I can split the movement with two hands. If y'all notice that. All right. And I know I'm going to A. Oh, B flat. Oh, you see? B. Oh, guess what? We're back to C. If I'm going to revert, B, B flat, A, A flat. Now I might have to readjust my fingering because of the key shape. It's causing me to switch fingers. But at the end of the day, I better make sure I hit the target note. And G, I better hit that target note. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the secret what I'm doing. Here's the other secret I'm doing in the left hand. The cluster. If I can remember the cluster note, I can transpose all day. The cluster note, that's what's helping out. Right. Some of this, when I say the cluster now, there is one or two keys moving up that you can't do the cluster move because there's a note in between. In other words, if there's a G and an A, there's a note in the middle, which is A flat. So that helps me out there, right? The next move, there's a note in the middle. Right? This note, cluster note, there's a note in the middle. Now this is where it's gonna mess me up slightly. It's still a cluster, but there's a note in the middle. That would throw me for a minute. Because you hear this. These cluster notes seem so close together. But when I got to here, the feeling felt different. Even though there's this half step note. The other ones have what we call whole step. Let's go back to the C scale. This is a whole step. Whole step. Because there's a note in the middle. Whole step. This one here is not a whole step. This one is half step, half step. That would throw me for a minute. Oh. So that one would throw me there. Here's the other one. This would also throw me too. Because it's half step to get to the next move. Then now we back to the whole step move again. Now we're back to the whole step. So that would throw me for a minute, right? We're back to the whole step move again. And then we're back to the whole step again here. And guess what? This will throw me again. So certain keys, I have to like, wait a minute, hold on. Because this is half step. And then this is same thing, half step. And then we go back to what we call the whole step again. Whole step. And then I'm back to where I was at, whole step again. So now I have to just like, remember there is 3 keys, I think it is. 3 different keys that's going to have me to do what is called the half step. And that will be E flat. Yeah. So E in the key E flat is going to be that half step. Between the cluster moves. Alright? So that will be E flat that I identify there. Okay? Alright, what about E? Yep. E is the same thing. E flat and E is the half step. Half step. And then the next move there. Okay? Okay, now back to my whole step. And that will be F. That's the little secret. I'm gonna give y'all a little secret behind the matter. So that's the F. Alright. What's my next whole step? F sharp. Oh wait, hold up. F. Yeah, hold on. Wait, hold on, missed it. Okay, and then we have the whole step for F sharp or G flat. Okay, and then what's my next key? G. We have the whole step there, so that's cool there. And then we're back to A flat. A flat has the half step. Half step, half step. So E flat, I said E flat, and key of E has the half step moves. Right? That's the key of E flat and the key of E. Those are the two keys that have the half step move and A flat. Half step in between. Yeah. So there's a half step there. Right. So remember that. And that's what tricks me out. Now what about A? Does A have that half step move? Hold on, my brain went to sleep again. Let's see A. So we have A flat. And then we got A flat. Yep. And A. A has the half step. So key of E flat, and the key of E, key of A flat, and the key of A has that half step move. Right, in A. All right, and then when we get to the key of G, the key of B flat, then we back to the whole step move. And then we get to key of B, the whole step. All right, so now that I know that the key of E flat and E, A flat and A will have that little half step in between the moves as I go up. This is whole step, whole step, whole step in the middle, half step for E flat and E flat and E. F is back to the whole step, and F sharp or G flat back to the whole step, and G whole step, and then A flat half step, and the key of A half step up. So those are the 4 keys that I have to remember when I'm messing with this, because that can be confusing at first. Yep. All right. So if I can remember the 4 keys that have that little half step move, I'm 9 out of 10 I'm not gonna mess myself up, because I now remember the cluster, 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 then a half step, then a half step, cluster, cluster, cluster. I call it cluster, and then half step, and then half step, and back to. So I think of A flat, I gotta remember, right? It's gonna be the half step. Now, what are the chords I'm doing in the right hand? Now remember, I was doing the single notes. All right, the single notes was 1, 1, 5, 1, 6. I'm sorry, 5, 6, 5, 1. Okay, now remember I said my next key A is half step, half step. Now that I've gotten the single notes out the way in all 12 keys, right? Now I can just go ahead and say I can play the sus4 omit the 4. Y'all remember that chord? The sus4 and omit the 4. And play the 1, the 5, and the 1. And that's the move. Now, all I have to do is, because this gives it away every time, and I know I'm on the 1, right? And then I just find the 5, 6. Oh, hold on, which one is this? When G. Because remember, I'm hitting the top note by the number G, so that's a no-brainer. So now I have the 1, the 5, the 1, and then I'm in G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there you have it. 5, 6, 5, 1. 5, 6, 5, 1. And it doesn't matter if I want to gonna put it up closer. And then there's so many different rhythms that you can do. Bop, 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 bop. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, 6, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I'm just chopping on the 1 and the 5 and the 1. And if they see was a sus4 chord. Or it was basically sus2 chord. But at the end of the day, you're chopping on the 1 and the 5 and the 1. And then I'm going 5, 6, 5, 1. Remember that? I'm gonna use the thumb like this. Okay, so you see, my thumb is gonna chop on pop on the 5. I mean on the 1. While my left hand is playing the 5, 6, 5, 1. Now we'll bring up the pinky to the 1. Now I'm gonna bring the 5 in. Right, and then I can change up the rhythm. Change up the rhythm on what you want to do, whether it's chop, 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 5, 6, 5, chop, 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 5, 6, 5, or however you want to. You can do that 1, 6, 5, 1, right, and do like that. That's 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1. You just changing up the rhythm on how you want to do it. You know, like I said, you know. Whatever the rhythm you want. And it doesn't matter what key I go to, because the minute I hit whatever note, see? Now I know I go to, y'all know what it is, 5, 6, 5, 1. And the same thing I'm doing. 1, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1. And I'm just chopping on the thumb. My pad is definitely going dead now. You might hear people chopping at it really fast with the thumb. No matter what key I go up to, C sharp. The minute my finger hit that note. And that's what you guys probably hear cats doing, that chopping with the thumb. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. I'm just. Right? But at the end of the day, 5, 6, 5, 1. And that's all they're doing. And you do the 5, 6, 5, 1. God said, let it be light. My bad is deaf. You see, this thing is lasting pretty long. God said, let it be. Oh, Lord. I think it's about to go real deaf. think I'm about done with it. I think the louder I have it up, the higher I have it up, it's gonna do it. Yeah, the volume was up. Uh, oh Lord. And now I can move the hand right. Right, I can move it around because now I know 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1. You know, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1. Some devil moves. Oh, what was that move? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my hand's like, okay, dude, you going crazy now. I made the wrong one. Alright, y'all get the point. And you do that in the key. Once you learn whatever pattern you want to do, at the end of the day, pick a pattern chords, right? Now you got pattern chords you can do and practice them in all 12 keys. As I was trying to do this one song, I Love You Lord, diminish up, I love you Lord, I love you Lord. Chords I've already played before. D flat, A flat. Diminish, right? G flat major 7 or E flat minor 9. And back to the 1. And I'm just repeating the move. Up. Up, the 1 diminish. I'm playing the same chord. All I did was took the chord up to the next key. E flat. Go to E flat. This battery's lasting kind of long. Playing the same chord, transposing up. 5, back to 1. E, up, diminished move. I'm just transposing the same chord. Just up, half step up. Oh, I forgot what key I was in. F, transposing up. I'm using the same chords, just transposing up. F sharp. Playing the same chords I played earlier. G, diminish up. Alright, what guy was it? G, alright. Y'all already heard me play these chords already. I played them. D, back to G. A flat, up, diminished move. A. Let me see. That's probably. Let me see if they gonna kill it. Right, B flat. I'm repeating chords all over again. My bad. And here A. And back to C. Oh. See what I'm saying? So once you get the concept of the moves of chords and chord progressions, I created a 5 chord progression. Create a 7 another movement. 7, 3, 6, and C sharp. And C, 7, 3, 6, and C. And D, 7, 3, C, and D, 7, 3, 6, and E. Now I like to do the chromatic moves, going up. Right, or in reverse. That way, when I do that, I can mix up the moves and say I can go to A flat, 3, 6, D. Uh oh. You know, G. F sharp. Because I did the chromatic moves already. Oh. A. E flat. So now I can jump around because my brain is like, okay, yeah, F. Because I've already practiced the chromatic move in my mindset. And so in my mindset, I can go, oh, okay, all right, I can play all in chords. And of course, y'all, this is over a period of time. Believe me, when I practice in what I call sharp burst practice. I'll do a little section. If I want to do something like this. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Is the minor move or do I want to go major? I can go major move first. I'll practice that. All right. So then once that's in my mind, I'm like, okay. So if I go and try to do that, then the next key up, all I have to do is min. Or the minor move. Oh, and I did it earlier. Or see now I can do both of those chords in transpose. Oh. Or the other one. By the drum beat, it will be, you know, let me see. Oh, hell no. I was a major that time. Minor move. Big difference, right? Minor move to major move. If it's gonna shut off on me. Major move. You notice the finger went. I wanna make sure I hit it. Let me see if I got some more juice for the next move and try to do it in B flat. B flat. E flat. B flat. I'm gonna do E flat, G minor. It doesn't shut off on me before I can get there. Now the transpose. Minor move. E to B major. Or both. Both. So, you get what I'm saying? Now the da-da, that means I can do the other one. Oh, and that's me having fun with it. Oh. And I can go up and do the same. Oh. So same scenario, taking the same chords and just transposing up, right? Knowing that I'm going to a minor move. right? And know I'm playing that. Do I want this voicing? I guess I don't have a choice. I went straight to the minor move or major move. So you see what I'm saying? CBK gotta go. Here we go. To the major move. Major move. To the minor move this time. Did you hear that? So now when I practice this stuff, I do them in short burst practice like I'm doing right now. And I might just cover 3 keys. That's it. You know? First key. Gonna do it again. Go to the minor move. Chance up to the next key up. Go to the major move. Major move. Go to the minor move. Chance keys again. To the major move. Alright, major move. Minor move. Alright, and this allows me to be able to be fancified with things later. Actually, honestly, y'all, this is me being basic, really. I know I said the word fancified, but this is really me playing basic chords. All I'm taking is the 1 and the 2 chord in the Nashville system. And I'm also taking the 1 chord, alright, and the 2 chord, switching up to the minor move. When I played the major move, which was the 1, this time I'm going to use the 6th chord, right? The 6th chord, and taking to a minor move. A minor move. A minor move was the 6th chord in the scale, which I didn't get around to, but we have major on the 1, the minor chord, 2 D minor chord, 3 minor chord, E minor, F major. I could use that idea too. I just didn't do it yet. G was the 4, 5, and there's my A minor, number 6. So I know I can play the 1 chord, the 1, and I know I can go up here and play what? The 6th chord. What? And all I'm doing is moving the major move, the finger over to the minor move. Oh, if I wanted it to, I could have switched over. Instead of me playing the 2 chord, I can go to the 4 chord, and the 1 chord, and the 6 chord. What? Yes, that's right. The 4 chord, F major, and then the 1 chord was on the bottom, the 1, and the 4 chord, and then the 6th chord, which is the A minor move, because they all blend in the same movement. And that's what I'm doing now, is the 4 chord, and the 1 chord. And I could have used that same idea. Now let's do the 2 chord in the left hand. Oh, wow. Let's go back to the 4 chord in the 1. 6 chord with the 4 chord. Let's go to the 2 chord and the 1 chord and the 6 chord. My rhythm ball. Switch up the left hand. Back to the 4 chord. 2 chord in the left hand. I know y'all can hear the difference between the 4 chord and the 2 chord. They almost sound similar in a sense, but until I take that D off, you won't hear it. So take the D off. It's F major, C major, D minor, C major. What? Alright, so that's why I can mess with that in any key. So basically what I'm doing here chord wise, I think, this is the F major 9 chord. F major 9. I was gonna say F major 7, but my finger's on the 9. This is F major 7. Double up. So you hear that double up. F major 9. And it doesn't matter if I move the note over, because it's still gonna be an F. Okay, minor 9. Alright, so we have F major 9. Would it make any difference if I moved the one note over, which is A? No, because it's the 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's F major 9. I'm just moving one note over. It doesn't matter because it's already in the left hand, because it's the 3. 1, 3, double up 3. Doesn't matter. Right? But in my right hand, I'm just telling you, I'm just playing that C major to a A minor chord. And again, there's some of the notes in the scale of A that share some of the same notes in the C scale. Oh, as well as the F scale, as well as the G scale, and as well as the A flat. And I could go on and on, E flat. So in D flat, some of the notes in that scale as well, and they share some of the same notes in C scale. And it just might be 2 notes in D flat that may be shared in the C scale. Will be F and C, or C and F, whatever way y'all want to look at it. I forgot what the thing. Y'all get it. So yeah, so you start looking at that B flat, share some of the same notes in C scale. So then you start realizing, oh man, I don't have to create chords. The chord is already there. The chords are already there, because it's like, oh, so yeah, so batteries, I think is a shot now. See, I can use some of the chords from another key, F. All right. And do my inverted. The sus2, sus4, as I said, and this secret song. Takes a chord from F. And the S sus4. I know I can now, since I said that, I can go B plus B sus2 and the secret song. Alright, y'all, my battery is about to be shot. And that's a little, it's just a chromatic note. We just doing it faster. Right? We just making the moves faster. Remember I was doing this move, right? I was trying to just be clean with it, right? So I could just be playing around with the chromatic move. Chromatic move. It just doesn't matter how I do it, right? Same thing, trying to make it cleaner. You know, you're just making it musical. You know. It's just a chromatic move, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You just, mess around with it. So yeah. Messing with the Nashville chord. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's the chromatic going up or down, whichever way you want to go, until you get to your target mood. All right, I think my battery's shot. Almost. Oh, the battery's still going. What kind of battery is this actually? I forgot the name of it. This thing is still kicking off. All right, Pro Cell. Okay, Pro Cells is pretty good. People might say that's some Duracell or Pro Cell. So this is Pro Cells here, but they last pretty long, actually. So I might have to go buy me some more of them things. So I am not a keyboard player. However, I guess the more I sit here and practice, I am not a pro with this. I'm not advanced. I'm not like that. Oh Lord. You know what I'm saying? But you can be a pro at your craft if you practice it. Oh Lord. You gotta, every day. Oh Lord. You know what I'm saying? And be intentional with your practice. I think it's gone now. Is it? I'm trying to kill the battery on it. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Ooh. See? You probably hear it. So if I'm in F, I'm doing the flat third in F, the F scale. So if I'm in F, I'm doing the flat third, the 5, and I'm doing the obviously the 5, the 6. So flat 3 in F scale. 5, 6, 1. I'm sorry. Wait. My thumb is. I'm like, my bad. Hold on. Need that correction there. So I'm basically hitting the flat third. If I remember a pattern, I can do this in all 12 keys. So the thumb is going flat 3 down, sliding down, like a gracing down to the 3. Right, so in F scale, if I remember the pattern, flat 3, sliding down to the 3. Now, remember I said if I could do this in another key, if I remember the pattern, flat 3 to the 3, 5, 6, 1. Should be able to do this in any key, like any key. Let's say A. So if we go to A, all right, my thumb possibly should be rolling off the flat 3, so we have an A major chord. So we're gonna flat the 3rd, right? Because I think that's what I said, flat 3rd. So I don't know how I'm gonna pull this one off, but I'm gonna pull that off. All right, hold on. Every time I'm trying to think how would I pull this off. So I said F, right? Flat the 3rd. So if I'm in A, flat the 3rd. How would I pull that off actually? That's not gonna be easy. Hold on. That's gonna be harder. You see? Maybe not. Okay, hold on. So and then the 5. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pull it. Because this is easier doing an F. Flat 3, 3, 5, 6, 1. Flat 3. See, the difference between that situation is the roll off, or we call it grace. So I'm like, how am I supposed to grace this? And that's not easy in A. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hold on. 1, 2, 3. That's not gonna be easy. Flat 3. So in this case, it won't be a roll off there. So that was easier because I can grace off to the 5, to the 6, 1. That's not gonna be easy in A. So my A, I'm gonna have to approach it as each finger has to do its thing. I have to individually. All right, so 1, flat 3, 5, 6, 1. That's harder to do the grace, but it can be done. Versus F. Now, here you can do a little. Let me see. See what I'm saying? Versus. I can't grace it. I have to hit individual notes in that key, right? Now I can get away with the gracing on the 5. Nope. All right, so I can't get away with that almost, because that throws everything off. So 3 flat. Flat 3 to the 3 to the 3 to the 5 to 6, 1. Now, I probably can get away with it if I use the right hand to kind of give me the. But it won't be that great unless I do the. It's hard to do that. You can't. Yeah. Okay, in any key, as long as you learn your scales and you know the number system and you're memorizing the pattern, you can do this in any key by going to E. Right, and I hit my 1. I don't know how much juice I got left now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. If I know where my 3 is, 1, 3, and then flat the 3rd, it's the same thing as I did with A. There's no grace in there. You got to finger the movement. Right? to the 5, to the 6, 1. And ain't no grace in there. It's finger up. Yeah. So there's no mercy there for sure in that particular key. Key of A, key of A and the key of E. There was no mercy there. Right, there's no mercy there in that key, so you have no choice. You ain't gonna get away with that thumb, that drop down, as you would in F. Ain't no mercy there. Oh Lord, you ain't gonna have no mercy there. I'm sorry, you can't do it in that key. You can do it in this key with the thumb. You can get away with it, yo. Oh Lord. But when you in A, I'm sitting in the key of E, you can't do it. Oh Lord. Oh, you can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. There's no slide up, there's grace, and you have no mercy there in that key. And you don't have mercy in the E. Can I get away with that God? There's no mercy in that key. Let me see. How about A flat? Let's go to A flat, dude. A flat. So let's find 3 and flat 3. So that that's all finger in there too. Yeah. So you got no mercy there. Remember, if you learn your scales, you can get the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Right? That's why it's important to learn your scale in all 12 keys. So that way, if you say, okay, this is the pattern of movements that's happening here, you find your 3, and I just flat the 3rd, and now I'm going flat 3rd to the 3, to the 5, 6, 1. Now I can use 2 hands to do that. But I'm gonna try to do the 1 hand. Right? So I just learn to find the flat 3rd to the 3 to the 5, 6. Oh, my brain, where am I going? What? Let's see. so flat 5, flat 3rd to the 3 to the 5, 6, 1. So you know what I'm saying? Can I get it with it? That God sing him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, 5, flat 5. Flat 5, flat 3, flat 3, 2, 3, 5, right? 6, 1, right? Right? Oh, y'all get the point, right? Once you learn the pattern of the notes, the pattern of the numbers, then it's game on. I've got the other key already stuck with. right? So, right, and A. Right here. Right, in any key. B. Doesn't matter, y'all. Find the third and flat the third. Okay, so once you find in that, oh, what can I do? I'm thinking of B flats. My bad. Find the third in B and half step back to third. Right? I think there's no cheating in this one neither. Right? So flat third, the same thing as the other one. I think the rest F is the easiest one. For whatever reason, because you can drop that thumb. All right, everything else you got a finger to note. For sure, at A flat, and B the C. So we have 1, 2, 3, to the 3, to the 5, and then to the 6, 1, 1. There's no cheating there. You can't do it there. There's no grace in there. You can't cheat there either. They're gone. See ya. Yeah. So you can't cheat there neither. And key of E, A, you can't do the slide off of that. A flat. The only one I can find to do the slide off for so far for right now using the thumb is F. For some reason, the key of F. All right, y'all. It's 7ish, a little after 7. I think my battery's almost done here. Nope, it got some juice here. So that's how you can learn your number system and your skills, and doing your chords and stuff. Knowing that you have a 1 3 5, 3 5 1, 5 1 3, minor move, same thing. 1 flat 3 5, flat 3 5 1, 1 1. I'm sorry, 5. 1 flat third, and so forth. We go to and do the augmented move. We have the 1 3 sharp 5, right? And then if you want to add the 7, that's a C major 7 sharp 5 move. If we want to flat the 5, then it's still a major 7 with a flat 5. C major 7 flat 5. And I'm going to throw my tritone there. It's here. We're doing inversions of the tritone. And remember, that takes me back to doing that type of stuff. So if I want to transpose the same thing, basically all I have to do is go to B major. Alright? Sharp 5 and 7. And so I have a B major 7 with a sharp 5, or B major 7 with a flat 5, whichever one, or both. With the tritone. You know? And then that puts me in the key of B. Remember that move? Again, God should let it be like. And it was like. Oh, Lord. And all these chords I'm playing, believe it or not, are chords that I will put in another key because it's the same movement. It's just that what number am I on in the other key? Oh, Lord. To the 5. Down from the 5 to the 4. And see, these chords I can still use in E. Anyway, it goes on and on and on with different keys. I can put this in C sharp and D flat, you know. Cause that's the 5 in C sharp. But it's a in B it's the 6. Then and the more you play at these moves and stuff, you understand that you're playing, you know, the E major 7 with the flat 5. Actually, hold on. E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. All right, scratch that what I just said. E major. Well, in my left hand, technically, I'm playing the A major 7 chord, the second version. But if I'm thinking the E for a minute, but technically I'm in B. It gets tricky because what my left hand is laying on. So it's an E major chord. All right, E major. All right. So it's E major. Now, it's about what I'm doing either with the left hand, extra note, or what I'm doing in the right hand. So it's technically E major, split up. Alright, E major chord split up. 1, 3, and 5 at the top. It's E major chord. Now, I hit you with the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is E, right? An E major. Now that's my 11th there. Right. So we're going to have an E minor. Okay, because now what's going to happen? Either the left hand or something's going to jump off in the right hand. So we have an E major 7th E major chord right now. Right, and because I have the 4 here, I call it the 11th. All right, this double up 3, and this is my 1. So, and then I have the 2. So we have an E major 9 with the 11th. E major 9, E minor 9, 11. I'm sorry, my bad. E minor 9, 11. What minored it was either the 7th in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And that's what happened was the minor move. So E minor 9, E minor 9, 11. 9, 11, E minor 9, 11. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go because now my battery's getting shot up over here. It's still going. All right, it's like Duracell, but this is called ProCell. ProCell, that's a nice top of the line battery cell. So peace of love and cornbread. I'll catch y'all later, and y'all keep on focusing and keep on practicing. And deuces.